Will had asked. "You trust Hayden?" "He's a psychopath, but he'll get the job done." Now, outside Berlin, Will waited. He'd never met Hayden, though an ear and throat mic gave him direct comms with the colonel. On the deserted country road, 2 cars came into view. The first was a red sedan, the second a blue pickup truck. Both were approximately 100 yards apart. Fox had given him the license plate of Rader's vehicle. It was the blue truck. Clever. Hayden was following Rader from the front. That was a rare skill, but special operatives excelled at that tactic. Will focused his gun's sights on Rader. He was in a hoodie and sunglasses. Will looked at Hayden. He too wore apparel to cover his features. This was normal for surveillance officers and terrorists who didn't want to be photographed. Hayden said into his throat mic, "You got him?" Will responded, "Yes." "Don't screw it up. Green light to shoot when you're ready." Will retrained his gun on Rader. Adjustments to line of sight were made. He breathed in deeply and half exhaled before holding his breath. He pulled the trigger. His projectile ripped Rader's head off. Unwin Fox was with Howard Kane and Charlie Sapper in a Pentagon office. Kane was Hayden's deputy. He was a Harvard-educated civilian, mid-30s, ruthless in his ambition to rise up through the ranks of the Pentagon and ultimately make it to the top on Capitol Hill, and he loathed having his career eclipsed by Hayden's shadow. But he respected the colonel. Together, he and Hayden were responsible for liaising with the United States Special Forces community. Their job was one of the most influential tasks in the Pentagon. Kane was on the phone with his boss. He snapped his cell shut and said to Fox and Sapper, "The colonel has examined Rader's vehicle. Rader's dead. But there's no cash in the vehicle. Your intel was wrong. This wasn't a cash run." "Jesus!" Fox slammed his hand onto the table. "Doesn't matter, though. We didn't need evidence. I know for a fact that bastard made cash runs in the past." "It doesn't matter, providing what we did doesn't get out." Sapper was a senator. Tall, ambitious, and smart, Sapper looked like Marlene Dietrich, and she deliberately dressed to mimic the actress's elegant yet cold persona. "I'm fully aware that the only reason you brought me in on this was because you needed political backing if things went wrong." "We're grateful for your involvement, Senator," Kane said. He called Hayden again. There was no reply. Frowning, Kane said to the others, "The drill was clear. Hayden calls the shot, Cochrane shoots. Hayden checks proof of death and collects the cash, and my assets get rid of Rader's body. But throughout, Hayden has to maintain contact with me. Why's he not answering?" "And why's there no cash?" Sapper was pacing. "Could be Hayden's just got no cell signal right now. What about Cochrane?" "He has different protocols. He had to make the kill from distance, vanish, and not communicate with us until he's back in the States. Right now, he won't be anywhere near the kill zone." "So where the hell is Hayden? Why is he not answering his cell? And where's Rader's cash? If the Germans or anyone else gets wind of what we've done, we're screwed unless we can prove that Rader was about to fund a terror cell." Sapper stormed out of the room while saying, "I was prepared to cover for you guys. Still am. But you better fix this or my career is ruined." After she was gone, Fox looked at Kane. "Something's not right." "I know." Kane looked frustrated. "Give it time, though. There'll be an explanation. Maybe our intel was wrong. Possibly Rader's cash is still in his hotel room. What matters is that Rader's dead and his body will never be recovered. My 4 men will ensure that. The senator's just a bit jumpy, and it's in her interest to keep quiet about what we did. Today we just wiped out a piece of scum. The cash is irrelevant." Again, he tried Hayden's cell. There was still no answer. He called the leader of the American team of assets at his disposal. "Everything under control?" Jason Flail, a former Green Beret, replied, "Yep. Body's in our truck. Target's car has been torched. We're moving now. No sight of the colonel. You told me he was to stay here until we'd..."